There are some things in life that you should never open, like a coffin. You shouldn't open it because whatever is inside of it is probably better off staying dead. Also, don't open mysterious VHS tapes left on your doorstep by people you don't know. But hey, if it's the latter and you're at a university in 1998, why not? So long as you're prepared for what might happen next. Our story begins at the University of North Texas in Denton, where students would soon be experiencing something truly terrifying. It was late 1998, and one student returning from their car saw something strange on their windshield. A VHS tape attached with a note that read, "Do not open until 6 p.m. Of course, curiosity got the best of them, and they took the tape home to watch it. It was labeled Countdown Tape. And when they put it in the VCR, they saw a black and white clock counting down from 10 days. All well and good, but then weirder things started to happen. As the clock ticked down, so did their mental state. They started having visions of insects, smelled things that weren't there, and felt a growing sense of dread. Then, when they looked away from the screen for just a moment, the clock flashed with cryptic symbols, and when they looked back, it had reset itself to 10 days again. By the end of the tape, the countdown had reached 3 days. And here's where things get a little weird. The student who had watched this bizarre countdown now began experiencing intense anxiety, even though the tape was over. To make matters worse, their friends, family, and co-workers all started to experience the same symptoms. And then the dreams started. They dreamed of the countdown clock and the cryptic symbols. But they also dreamed of a horrifying figure that seemed to be counting down the hours with its clawed hands. By the second night, the anxiety had become unbearable, and the hallucinations were in full swing. Some said they saw bugs crawling on walls, while others saw shadowy figures lurking in the corners of their eyes. Still, the most prominent image was the clock. No matter where they went, they could see it flashing in their peripheral vision. Then came the third night. By this point, the tape had been circulating around the university, and more students were beginning to show signs of extreme stress, paranoia, and insomnia. Then, as midnight struck, every TV in the campus area suddenly switched to the same channel and displayed the clock from the cursed tape. This time, it read only 1 day. As the night wore on, the sense of dread intensified. People were freaking out, calling in sick to work or skipping class altogether. Then right before their eyes, the clock began to tick down the hours. They watched in horror as 12:01 turned to 12:02 and 12:02 turned to 12:03. And with each passing second, their anxiety grew. Finally, just before 12:05, the clock flashed with the same cryptic symbols it had on the VHS tape. The screen then went blank for a moment before cutting to static. As they sat there watching, the lights on campus began to flicker. Then one by one, the entire campus lost power. For 44 minutes, the students huddled together in the darkness, unsure of what would happen next. Then, just as suddenly as it had begun, the power came back on. The clock on the TV was now reading 12:05, meaning it had somehow skipped forward 5 minutes during the blackout. What had started as a mysterious countdown on a VHS tape had somehow caused a campus-wide blackout. And to this day, nobody knows for sure what it was all about. Did the tape have something to do with the power outage? Was it all a mass hallucination? Or was there something more sinister at play? What do you think happened at the University of North Texas? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. I've been your host. Join us next time for more creepy college stories.